It has finally happened. It has finally happened. After 12 years of playing in the Turkish Sultanlar Ligi, Tijana Bosković, one of the legends of women's volleyball, has finally won the league. She has finally won that league trophy, which is a sick trophy, by the way. Have to give a shout out to the Turkish Sultanlar Ligi for that awesome league trophy. One of the greatest players in league history has finally won its top award after 12 seasons in the league. Now, Bosković helped Vakifbank capture their second straight Turkish Sultanlar Ligi after a 3-1 win over Fenerbahce to take the series 3-2 on Sunday. And now for Vakifbank is their second straight win and their fourth title in 6 years. And I mean, I just thought it was so fitting that we saw the final point of this match go to Tijana Bosković, Chanti Ozbey setting a legend on the right side for her 21st point of the match. See her right there, elated. And then Kazo comes her over and gives her a big hug because it has been a long time waiting for the Serbian legend to take home a trophy. After 11 years with Eczacibasi, her first year with Vakifbank, she is able to take home the top trophy in, honestly, I don't think it's a pop saying this, one of the best leagues, if not one of the best leagues in the world. We're not going to give them the best league in the world. Now, as expected, she was a huge part of this win. She had 21 points in game number 5. She had 99 points in the series. She had 80 kills in this series. She had 14 blocks. She had 5 aces. She hit a 47.62 with a 32.14 efficiency. She was absolutely outstanding in this series for Vakifbank and fully deserves the win. Now, she didn't win the MVP. That obviously goes to Marina Markova, who was just incredible throughout. And we're going to have to talk about Markova at another time because that deserves its own video in itself. But she was absolutely gigantic in this series. And I mean, this is what she had to
It
say
was very hard to find the right words right after the game. But now all I can say is that I'm super happy and proud of us. It was not easy at all to play last 5 games, against a very strong team like Fenerbahce is. But I think we showed great energy, great character, great teamwork, and we worked a lot since first day of the season. And at the end, we made it. This was our goal, of course, to be champions. It was not easy at all, but I think we deserve this.
If you ask me, I wish that there was a little bit more there. I wish that, the interviewer would have understood the significance of that moment, that it wasn't just Vakifbank winning this match in this series. It was the entire time she has been in the Sultanlar Ligi. And, she looks almost a little emotionless, but it was clear afterwards that she was full of emotion and that the magnitude of this moment had fully hit her. Because, I mean, she was seen in tears in multiple moments there. She's telling the camera to get out of her face, which is a little bit understanding. But for me, seeing this is so special. Getting to see one of the best of all time finally lifting the trophy. Now, unless you've been living under a rock and don't know who Tijana Bosković is, he's hands down one of the best players in this generation that has fully relied on big opposite players. And she's really that first one. She's won back-to-back world championships in 2018 and 2022 with Serbia being the MVP both times. And you know what? It's just kind of wild to think about. Despite all of her international success, she hasn't really been able to do the same thing on the club level. And her international success goes back a long time. How she was just 17 years old when she led the 2014 World Championships in scoring. She was just 18 when she helped Serbia get bronze at the World Championships and then silver at the World Cup. I know say the World Cup doesn't matter, and I still hold that, but still, that's impressive to do as an 18-year-old. And that's the same year that she joined Eczacibasi. She played for that club for 11 years. And in 11 years, playing for the most storied and the club with the longest history and the most championships in all of Turkey, she was unable to win a championship. And After that, it only took her one season with Vakifbank to pull away and finally get that first championship in the Sultanlar Ligi. And I mean, when you look at those Eczacibasi teams too, it's not like she was playing with, absolute nobodies. Like, look at some of these early on teams. This is the 2016, 2017 team playing with Jordan Larson, Tatiana Košaleva, and Taisa Maja Ojenovic. Her Serbian national team is setting her. Hell, move on a little bit further. She's playing alongside Jordan Larson still and Kim Young-kun. 3 potential Hall of Famers, right? With those 3 players there, you could make an all-time team easily, and they were unable to win that championship. So over the years, these Eczacibasi teams have been absolutely stacked, and it's hard to see that they were never able to take home the championships. And I mean, she would have loved to have won a championship at Eczacibasi after having played 11 seasons with them. Honestly, it must be pretty hard too for Eczacibasi fans. They had Boskovic for 11 years, and she goes on to win the championship in her first year with Vakifbank, a team who she had lost to at 3 previous occasions in the playoffs. To go watch her lift up that trophy wearing the gold and black of Vakifbank instead of the orange and black of Eczacibasi. But at least she wasn't wearing the Fenerbahce colors. And I mean, it might be some solace to those Eczacibasi fans, the fact that she didn't lose to Fenerbahce, a team that she lost to 5 times in the playoffs over the course of the years, and honestly seems to have one of the most hated fan bases in all of Turkish volleyball. Now, with this win for Vakifbank, they are now just 1 win away from Eczacibasi to tie them with the most number of championships with 16. I mean, you'll see the list here, and I mean, the 25-26 numbers aren't out yet, but that will bring Vakifbank to 15. And I mean, hey, it's a tough one for Eczacibasi too, as they have not won a championship since 2012. And you thought with all of the legends that they've had over the years, it would have been the time to kind of end that drought, but unfortunately they were not able to do it, and Vakifbank is still on the top of the Turkish volleyball world. As I said, 4 championships in 6 years. They have been dominant under Giovanni Guidetti. Now, because we've been watching Boskovic for so long, it's easy to forget that she's only 29 years old, right? She burst onto the scene back in 2014. That was well over a decade ago, but she's still 29 and won't turn 30 until next season. So there still is a lot of volleyball for this legend to be played. And now that she's on this Vakifbank roster, I mean, the sky is the limit, really, what she can do on the club stage. But there is still one more club competition left to play this year, and it is one of the ones that she has yet to win. That's right. Tijana Bosković has never won the Champions League. In all her years, she has never won the Champions League. And on May 2nd, we are going to see what may be the volleyball event of the year, what may be one of the most anticipated matches in a long time, as we're going to see Vakifbank take on Conegliano. Yes, SK Vakifbank out of Turkey taking Imoko Conegliano in the semifinals of the CEV Champions League. The 2 teams who have won 7 of the past 8 editions of the CEV Champions League, the 2 best teams in the world of women's volleyball, will be going toe-to-toe in the semifinals, which, as we all know, is going to be the finals, right? We all know that this is basically whoever wins this match is most likely going to be able to win the finals on the following Sunday. But this one has to be one of the biggest events of the year, 2 of the best teams in the world. And if Boskovic could help Vakifbank get over this Conegliano team, in particular, the defending champs, arguably the best team of all time, where does that place Boskovic all time? I mean, right now, we're spoiled, really, with the talent that we have right now in women's volleyball. It's definitely the best era of all time, with Agonu and Hack and Boskovic and Antropova and Gabi and her teammate Markova, Fedorovtseva. Like, the list goes on and on and on. But if Boskovic is able to have a big impact and win this match for Vakifbank, where does that place her all time? And on top of all that, there's a potential that if she wins that match, we could have an all-Turkey final against her old club of Eczacibasi. And wouldn't that be special? Wouldn't that be something? But for now, we can focus on this championship here because for the first time in 12 years, Tijana Boskovic is the Turkish champion. And I honestly think that is something to be celebrated because she is a special, special player and she deserves to have a championship like this.